gratitude filled, thankful Thursday. This entire talk is just really kind of a reset of checking in with my gratitude list and doing some meditation along the river here soon when we find a spot, and really focusing in on the things that I'm grateful for. And we can talk about that a little bit and, what gratitude means to me. Gratitude in itself, the word and the meaning and the feeling and the action. It's an action word, right? When I'm in gratitude, or if I'm showing gratitude, that means I'm doing something to show my gratitude. So I am fucking grateful for nature. I am grateful for my higher power. I'm grateful for the source. I'm grateful for this dirt. And to show my gratitude, I come out here, I share with you guys. What this trail, what this part of the American River Parkway has done for me personally. I used to come out along these trails when I was an active alcoholic, and I would find places to come and party and drink with people, and then later on by myself to drink alone. Now, as I'm stepping into my spiritual journey and progressing daily, being connected to nature is the almost one thing. I'm out here at least once a day, even if it's just stopping off to take a gaze at the parkway. But usually I'm taking a walk, that type of thing. And see, for me, when it comes to gratitude, I am grateful for nature. But what am I doing today to show my gratitude? So for some people, you may be grateful for your place of living, which I am too. You may be grateful for your relationship, which I don't have a partner relationship, but I have relationships that I'm fucking grateful for, and I show up to those relationships as my best me to show my gratitude. And look, guys, I'm far from it. I still have a lot of character defects that I work through every day. But the gratitude in that is understanding that there's a lot of progress, right? A few years ago, I didn't have anywhere to live. I couldn't make a living to get a place to live. I couldn't stop drinking. So to be able to come out here and connect with nature and share with you guys part of my recovery and what's been helping me, and hopefully to just reach one of you, if I can reach two of you, if I can have one person when I'm done with this entire project, one that reaches out, the stuff you put out there has inspired me to get fit, or I was able to, get into recovery, or I'm working on my traumas, right? Just one, and that's a win. And if not, it's still helping me, And so I want to say that there's 282 of you that have recently subscribed to this channel, and that's awesome. And guys, I know I'm out on the river trail and the video content may not be that great. That's great, Soul Reaper. I don't fear death either. It's part of our process. It's not something I'm scared of. It's not something I'm running from. It's about being the best person we are now. See, fear, I'm going to talk to you, Soul Reaper, and I thank you for chiming in. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Fuck everything and run. Right? Not anymore. Face everything and recover is fear. But thanks for chiming in. Let's get back over to gratitude and, what being in nature and connected to the universe has done for me. No, for real though, Soul Reaper, even though I know you're just trying to best soul I can, so when I go back to source, I'm able to provide, right? Right now, I'm manifested in the human form, but we're all spirits, right? Whatever you believe in, we're all spirits. and I feel you, and I'm connected with you as well, Soul Reaper, my brother or my sister. It's 1,172 days without drinking. And Soul Reaper, even you, man, I'm grateful for you. So, I'm not sure how your guys' Thursday is going. I woke up early. I was only able to sleep a few hours till late, which is a terrible thing for me right now, but it's my reality. Unfortunately, I have a roommate where our sleeping schedules aren't everything when you have roommates, right? And so let's just put it like that. Without to go, I was place it was an organization, sober living, called Madhouse. And before that, I was at another one. And before that, I was transitional living called the U.S. Mission. Before that, I was homeless from 2018 to 2019. And then prior to that, I was also homeless from 2015 to 2016. Fast forward, I have my own spot. I'm building out my business again, and this is one of them. But I don't even consider this a business because this isn't about money. It's about helping you guys. And so I know the video quality is not so great, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I'm out here taking a nature walk, and I'm just sharing with you guys my gratitude list and what gratitude actually means to me, what I do with it. When it comes to manifesting our reality and during meditation and creating the next day, being able to establish that feeling without the event is key. If you're trying to feel gratitude, if you're trying to feel abundance, whatever that feeling might be, right? Because we all know by now, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you, when it comes to the secret or manifesting our reality, visualization, and lost for words here, talking too much and not listening. We're out here on a nature walk in the American River Parkway. If you go to the channel notes, there's some links to the community, or if you just want to set up a call and learn more about the community freedom seekers. Patreon, there's a free option to join, and levels as well. I'm building that out. So for now, your support here means a lot. And I also have a link to ways you can donate until we get the program in place. For now, we're building the community out, so I'd love to have you in the community on Facebook. It's called Nature Heals. There's a link in the channel notes for that. So we're walking to a part of the river that goes from pond to river, or river to pond to river. If you guys are watching me live, we're just doing a quick nature walk and talking about Thankful Thursday. I want to hear in the comments what it is that you're thankful or grateful for in your life today. Like a nice little spot down there. It's the pond. It's called William B. Pond. And this is leading back into the American River. Maybe we'll cross if it's safe. I'm sure I can do it, but I don't want to risk it. I can't deal with an injury right now. If you guys are watching this, if you could share it, that'd be great. If you could like it, if you can hit the subscribe button, you guys are amazing. I'm going to share this on my Facebook group. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I just noticed this tree. I'm trying to figure out could be a good tree to put a hammock or a maybe a swing up and come kick it. Look at that. It's not quite deep enough for jumping in. Well, maybe. Let's get down here where the water connects back with the river. And what I was sharing earlier, like if I'm able just to help one person, right? I've already accomplished that because people have already reached out. There's people that are interested in working with me as their transformational guide, and we're just getting the program all set up. So my goal here with this channel is mostly long form content to show you guys and talk about my recovery journey. And what it was like, what happened, but mostly like what I'm doing every day on a daily basis to be better, that emotional sobriety where I get to work on things like being grateful, accountability, different spiritual principles, because life still happens. Like I have a place to live, but it's not like the dream place to live. I'm living with another person, renting out a space, but I have somewhere to live, right? And so it's all how I look at it. It's perspective. It's recognizing the progress. Hey, Mark, this is Jeremy. Appreciate it, though. Thanks for being here. We're just taking a quick nature walk by the American River and talking a little bit about, the purpose of this channel, which is mostly to share with you guys, what it was like and what I'm doing now to recover daily and things I'm learning that I would love to share with you. I've always been very much into the spiritual principles and spirituality. We're integrating plant medicine and traditional recovery, and we have a community called Freedom Seekers. And it doesn't mean that you're recovering from, drugs or alcohol. It could be recovering from traumas or otherwise, right? Maybe you're trying to lose weight, whatever it may be. Become more accountable for yourself. This is the American River here in California. So yes, Mark, currently in Northern California. Where are you located, sir? That's beautiful. Trying to find a spot. I got a little chair in my bag. Come on, Mark. What are you sleeping under a rock? Growing over here. But California is a recreational state, so you can go into these dispensaries and buy pot if that's what you're asking. Appreciate the interaction. I think you may have had the wrong person, though, unless you thought my name was Mark. Appreciate you being here. Are you subscribed to the channel? Got some pot right here. Like I shared with you guys, I use cannabis medicinally. You won't see me smoking all day, every day, but to build up an appetite or to go to sleep or to do some meditation. Are you looking to... there's mushrooms everywhere. As soon as it rains, just walk around and look. Start foraging. There's a program called PIR, and it's kind of similar to the principles are exactly with what I'm doing here. It's kind of like how my recovery naturally evolved. It's like I shared over 3 years, but it was a long process to get dry initially and then to work on recovery. I was able to, over the last 25 years, build my life back up, and then things would happen and I would start drinking again, knowing that when I was going to start drinking, that it was a gamble that I probably would eventually bottom out, right? And then it got to a point in my 30s, late 20s, early 30s, where I was aware, but I would still continue doing it, which is where it's insanity, right? Knowing the result, continuing to do the action, expecting different things. But for me, it was even more insane because I didn't expect it to be different. I knew that every time I went and drank again in my past, that it wasn't going to be good. It probably wouldn't even have been fun, and maybe wouldn't even have worked, but I still did it, right? And so that's where I was sick. And even though I don't drink anymore, and even though I don't drink alcohol or use alcohol as a solution to alcoholism, there's other behaviors, like I mentioned earlier, character defects that come up that I find myself at times doing alcoholically. So I'm not perfect. It's a journey of progress. And so if you're looking to start, or if you're in it, just remember that, right? It's progress, not perfection. Because if I would have focused on perfection, I may not be here, right? I may not have walked back into a 12-step meeting after a hard relapse, right? And for that, the clarity, the insight, the perspective, I'm fucking grateful. And if you're able to pick up just a little bit of what I'm saying here, And if it's able to help you get through the next 24 hours without going back to old behaviors, it's a win. That's why I did this live video. So we're out here at another access to the American River. We're actually at a spot that I come to often. Where are you located, Mark? Okay, so you do have something that you're looking to stop doing, huh? You're looking to stop smoking cigs. You're in Ohio. Okay. How long you been smoking cigarettes? Your whole life? And how, if you don't mind me asking, I'm gonna see if I can talk you through this a little bit. How long you been smoking cigs, and what got you wanting to stop? Are you coming up with health issues? What's going on? Check out this duck. That's God right there. That's nature. That's my higher power saying you're on the right path. See, I ask for signs and I ask for signals from nature and from my source to show me to keep going or to go another way. And for me, I get to make these rules up. To me, that duck was saying, hey, you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. So 30 years smoking, parents passed away from smoking, you're in your 50s. Okay. Well, in general, we know that our cigarette tobacco products are more than just tobacco. So, you're on the right path if you're thinking you want to stop. I'd be open to seeing how I can help you with that. If you wanted to reach out, if you go to the channel notes, like on my channel, I'm not sure if you're subscribed, but I think you may have to subscribe, and then you'll see the links. Correct. Nicotine is a drug and highly addictive, if not one of the most physically and mentally addictive. I'll get back to how you can reach out to me. Whether it's cigs, alcohol, harder stuff that like heroin, even behaviors, right? But we'll just stick to drugs because alcohol is a drug. It's twofold, right? It's the physical and it's the mental. So if you do it for long enough, your body's going to have a physical dependency on this drug, whether it be nicotine, alcohol, or whatever. Now, not every drug has that physical addiction, but every single thing that changes our state of consciousness, our alters our state for the certain personalities like us, there's a potential of getting mentally addicted or continue to crave it. Like I'll share how it worked with alcoholism and the way I learned and was able to diagnose myself as an alcoholic. Is when I drank, I didn't know when I was going to be able to stop, right? Because there's that chemical effect that you keep going. And then the second part is the physical addiction. My body became dependent on it. And then when I wasn't drinking, all I can do was crave it, right? So the physical and the mental. And I got to a point where when I woke up in the morning, if I even went to sleep, I would have to drink, right? Not to get drunk, but to be normal, to stop shaking, to not have to go to the hospital, right? So cigarettes, yeah, there was a period of time where I smoked, but I'd never really, I mean, yeah, I would buy packs, but I was never like a pack a day guy. How much do you smoke? Um, and there was one, I think once or twice, because I stopped smoking a few times. It was a struggle, but it wasn't like old king alcohol, right? Because, in my family, my parents, my family, people, relatives, they drink, uh, and they were still able to show up in life, right? They didn't drink all day every day and then keep going and then blow off everything they were doing just to continue drinking like me, right? That's the difference, right? And my family, there may be people who are alcoholics in my family, but that's not my job to say, hey, you need help, right? They have to figure that out if that time comes. That's how it works. So maintenance man smokes 3 packs a day. So you're smoking 10 cigars a day, 10, there's no way you're smoking 10 packs a day. So, I mean, the big thing is what you're doing right now is being aware that you want to stop, right? And wanting to stop, because without that, there's nothing. If you're able to get down to the 10 cigarettes a day, that's like what, one every couple hours? Well, a little bit less. So what you can do is just slowly wean off, right? And then potentially pick up something in your hand that you can hold, we're in the ashtray. You can keep a call or go to my there's a call or go to my there's a link. But yeah, man, your maintenance man drinking on the job 2 cases a day. But I mean, that may be true, but you are kind of like, keeping somebody else's journal, right? I mean, they got to figure it out for themselves, right? The maintenance man has to have the motivation to want to stop. Meanwhile, you need to focus on you and those 10 cigarettes a day and stay in your lane, right? And that was one thing I had an issue with too, is focus people, but you got to keep those blinders on and focus on those 10 cigarettes a day, and maybe tomorrow cut it down to 8, 6. And then you may not even have to go all the way down, because you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, what am I even doing here? I can meet with you if you want to set up a call, and we can create a program for the cigarettes that we can work on together, and I can help you with that. Now it's going to be up to you to eventually quit, right? And I can share with you different things that I've done to separate from alcohol, and we can relate it to cigarettes. So you're talking about THC vapes or regular vapes? Okay. Well, yes, I would like to help you, and we can work together on it. And if you want to stop the vapes too, or maybe wouldn't be a bad idea to, with the vapes, wean down the nicotine level over time, right? I think you might have nicotine level. Yeah, I don't know, man. Usually we'll have about, on average, 30 to 50 people in here. Maybe I'm getting shadow banned. I doubt it. My channel is so new. But I'm glad you chimed in. It's just you in here. Right now we have a private room. I mean, have you tried in the past doing anything besides this time to stop smoking? I mean, have you stopped successfully before? Or is this the first time you're working on it? Anyhow, I'd love to learn a little more about your situation and what you want to do, Mark. And the way we would start working together if we decided to do that is you got to schedule a call. So you can go to the link in the channel notes, and there's a link to the Calendly. And in the Calendly, you can set up a time for Friday or sometime next week for us to meet virtually. Big part of the Freedom Seekers program is fitness, nature, prayer, meditation, self-awareness, things like that. One of the biggest things that's been a game changer is my daily exercise. When I was drinking, the only exercise I was doing was like this, right? But today, I'm doing at least 100 push-ups a day. I run a 5K 5 days a week. 1 day a week, I'll do a long run. Like last week, I did a 10K. Hopefully, sometime next year, I'm going to do my first marathon. I have my record mile. A week ago, I ran a mile in 6 minutes and 27 seconds, and I'm 42 years old. I grew up playing sports, but I was never physically active like I am now. Just part of the process is transformation, inside and out. The dragonflies that make you go crazy. Your maintenance man ate a dragonfly and he's only wearing one shoe. Is that what you're telling me? Man, you got to reach out either by Instagram or some other method so you can send me a picture of that. But you might want to check on him just to see if he's doing okay, right? Let's just not make fun of him. Have you talked to your doctor about stopping smoking cigs? Because I think pretty much every medical institution these days will give you like free nicotine patches and even like a program to help, like maybe classes. Because I don't want to take away from what they're already doing. Because I'm not a medical professional. I'm somebody in recovery that is making a transformation, that's building a community out that I'd like to help other people if I can. But there's a place for medical professionals, and if you have one, you definitely want to seek those nicotine patches and some gum, maybe some lozenges. That helped me. He ate a dragonfly. He's only wearing one shoe. He's mean. He talks bad to people. Well, there was a time where I was a very mean guy and I was very unapproachable and I would talk shit about people, but it was only because I was inside, because it wasn't okay with me. So I felt like I had to tear other people down, but that didn't help either, right? It just put me even deeper into a darker place. You want me to help him? Well, if he's currently on dragonflies and mushrooms, I can't help him right now. But if he wants to talk to me after he sobers up, I can. I can talk to him. So in Ohio, there is Narcotics Anonymous, there is AA, right? What changed you? Well, my life experiences and seeing that if I was to continue on the path that I was on, I would have died. I would have been locked up or I would have been dead. Because when it comes to alcoholism and a lot of addictions, it's jails, institutions, and death, right? And I've been to jail. I've been locked up before. Hey, I appreciate that, Blockbuster, but we're talking about something else. No, we're not talking about NBA in here, buddy. But I appreciate you being here. I like watching pro sports too, but it's a major distraction. It's a huge distraction to take your focus away from what you need to be working on, which for me is my purpose, helping others, right? Hey, Mark, that's cool. Thank you for the subscription. I've been doing more content as much as I can, and I'm super happy that you guys are picking it up. Just in the last month, 100 of you have subscribed. So I created the community on Facebook, which is a free group, and then on Patreon, which there's a free level and then some paid levels. But initially, if you just want to learn more about what we're doing. Oh, that's your maintenance dude? You sent him the link? Well, thanks for sharing. So what changed me is seeing that my behaviors, if I didn't change my behaviors, meaning if I didn't change myself or seek help, right, I would have been dead. I would have been in a tent on my way to death. I would have been locked up or something like that, right? And I want to live. I love life. Every single day I get to be here, it's borrowed time, and I'm grateful. So I share on this channel what I do every day to get through the day. And hopefully I can reach somebody like I am reaching you right now. So for me, it's a win, however the rest of the day goes. See this little orb right here? That's my spirit buddy. He's just hanging out. It's a sun orb, but I believe as a light worker, that's a spiritual being. I'm gonna go skip some rocks real quick. I can't really read your chats, but hopefully your maintenance dude, if he's on shrooms, you should just tell him to put a blindfold on and go to sleep. That's where the work is. No, you hear geese? They're about to fly by. I'll show you. There's 2 geese right there. No, they cut off that way. But there's a lot of geese along the American over here. There might actually I was wrong. Yeah, you heard a rooster. There's some roosters up there. I didn't hear it. They're not in the wild. That's just somebody's house. They got chickens and probably raising eggs. So, like I was saying, bro, it was pretty much change or not be here anymore. So, even though I haven't drank in over 3 years, it took me a long time to get the time that I have, meaning I started my recovery journey to stop drinking, over 20 years ago. Right? And this is the most time that I've had without drinking. 1,172 days. So Los Angeles is, if you got in a car, it'd be about 6 to 8 hours, depending on how you drive. And where I am is, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours from Lake Tahoe. Are you in Dayton? Are you in what part of Ohio? What part of Ohio are you in? Columbus, Ohio. He said, "I see how my maintenance man now, he's eating a bug and it's well, technically, if he eats mushrooms and a bug, he's really just eating nature. And if there's receptors in our brain for it, it is what it is. Just tell him to stay inside and do some meditating." I'm gonna wrap this live up though. We've been live about 30 minutes. I thank you for the new subscriber, Mark. I want to connect with you and learn more about your struggles with nicotine and see if I can be some help. So there's a link in the channel notes where you can schedule a call, and that goes for everybody. Mark, be safe.